By no stretch of the means is anybody out there ever able to say that they're the best at what they do. Even somebody who's number one, who's considered number one, they always have competition, they always have challengers. Whenever Usain Bolt was just winning every race, there is eventually a time where that person loses, and that's why he hit second place. The challengers are always going to be there. The competition is always there. That's what makes anything you go for great. It's that competition. You drop what you're doing, you're already second. Do that enough, you're not finishing anymore. And that's what happens to people. They're number one for a day. They're number one for a short run. And then they start to lose what initially pushed them. You've got to identify what that was for you. What's pushing you? What's your reason for going through it? Most people out there settled far too early. They get a number one spot. They get a big success. They get the big win. They're looking at the big win all excited. And they're not strong enough for what the next round is, the next competition. Whenever we look at these great people out there who are successful, why is it that Conor McGregor suddenly wasn't as winning as many fights, going for as many fights as he did? It's highly likely due to the fact he was having big wins and he didn't continue what he did initially. And then that doesn't pay off. Then you're not in as good a condition. Now you're not as sharp as you used to be. And that's what happens with people. Everybody out there knows it. We see athletes out there, they're successful. They make it to the top league. But the moment they start fucking around too much, they're messing with alcohol, drugs, not showing up to trainings, very quickly they don't make the cut anymore and they're dropped from the team. Or worse, they just fuck it up and they can't even go back anymore. These are big things that happen in life. If you can't realize what's pushing you, what it is, what was that initial reason, you'll never be able to find out how to keep yourself going. Unfortunately, a lot of successful people out there just never spent the time to realize what is it that's going to keep you pushing. What is it that's going to keep you going? Even when you're not feeling it, even when you get a big success, you have every reason to kick back and relax. What's going to give you that next push? It's going to be what initially got you started. Most successful athletes have never done this, have never realized this. And the only ones that have maintained it without identifying what that push was they stayed consistent. Consistency is usually enough to keep you going. What brings it up to that next level is knowing what that initial push was.